After 1783, Britain made serious efforts to build up their English-speaking colonies. They wanted populations loyal to the British Crown. The Loyalists, including First Nations and African Americans, were the first wave of people to come. French-speaking Canadians would make it hard to form an alliance with, but British colonies, and the Dominion of Canada would not be formed till 1867. The constitutional, no, the Loyalist Americans were prosecuted by revolutionary patriots during the war. Patriots abused the Loyalists to burn their homes and farms. The Constitutional Act. Loyalists created problems for the British government. Those who settled in demanded to be governed separately from French-speaking Canadians. The Constitutional Act in 1791 divided Quebec into two new colonies. Lower Canada kept French culture, religion, and law. Upper Canada was English language and Protestant with British laws and institutions. The act gave both colonies their own governments. The First Nations. The Mohawk Nation wanted to maintain peace and to not take sides in the Civil War. They had strong line connections with Sir William Johnson, the British Superintendent of Indian Affairs. Though the Council wanted peace, Joseph Brant disagreed. Loyalists arrive in Canada. When the Revolution ended and the Treaty of Paris was signed, between 80,000 to 100,000 Loyalists were expelled from the U.S. Some went to England or other British colonies or of Quebec, Nova Scotia, and the island of St. John. 17,000 Loyalists settled in soon-to-be Ontario. 2,000 settled in Quebec and 50,000 settled in Cape Breton, the island of St. John, and the St. John River Valley. The Black Loyalists. There were approximately 500,000 African Americans in the 13 colonies. The slavery economics in America created an opportunity for the British. By offering freedom in the 13 colonies, the British hoped to ruin plantation economies for the Americans. An estimated tens of thousands crossed British lines going to Quebec, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick. Joseph Brant. Joseph Brant was part of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy. He visited England as an ambassador in 1735 and secured a promise of land if the Mohawks took sides with the British. After the war, these negotiations were ignored. Joseph sent a letter of protest to the Crown Council, and after